What's going on YouTube? This the Modern Man Experience, back at y'all with another video. This is right here gonna be from Cosmic Verse. We're gonna be talking about leftover women losing their minds because men are going their own way. Don't forget, ladies, y'all chose the bear. So now what is MGTOW for life? Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Just entered my 10th year of being single.
Why is dating in your 50s so hard? I can't get a date.
How crazy is the dating scene? Like, men are still saying the same thing.
Anyone else out there in their 40s in the dating pool?
It seems like they don't get it. The wall forgives no one. They've done this to themselves.
I'm in my 30s, I'm single, and I live in LA. It's really hard to meet people out here.
If you're trying to date a girl like me, I'm gonna give you a couple of tips on how to ask someone like me out on a date.
One of the worst things about being single right now at 30 years old is the fact that I feel like I am grieved.
When time catches up, regret set in. It's a constant cycle that'll never end. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Why am I meeting men in their 30s, pushing their 40s, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for a relationship. I don't know for a girlfriend yet. What are you waiting for? Your girlfriend to be born?
Unfortunately, growing up is realizing that if you're dating after 25, you either have to choose between a man with a good face or a man who is tall.
Hey you guys, I'm back. Sorry to leave you guys hanging. All my dates went really bad. Got ghosted a couple times, just not good vibes. Took a month off, focused on me, and I'm back, but I don't know if there's going to be any more dating because it's rough out there. So, might be single forever. If you know anybody, you can drop their name below. I'll swipe up. I'm just not swiping left or right.
What's going on with women these days? We used to be a lot happier than men.
So, I am 43 years old. I am still single. No ring on my finger. No baby in my belly. No husband to annoy me. I have had some long-term relationships, but here I am. Still single. Still looking.
I've been single for 15 years. Whoever it is that said you're going to find the one when you're not looking, when you least expect it, is a goddamn lie.
If one more guy that I have dated gets married.
The reality is, for many of these women, they put themselves in these situations. They get older, find themselves single without a man, and they panic. Many of them worry they're gonna be single forever, and they should, because they played the long game and rejected every good option that came their way. They thought the grass would always be greener, that they could take their time, and that their looks and options would never fade. Even this woman here is upset and crying that every guy she's dated is now married, but not to her. That alone should tell you who the problem is. When every man you've been with moves on, finds peace, and commits to someone else, you have to stop pointing fingers and start looking in the mirror. It's not that all men are bad, it's that your attitude, choices, and expectations kept driving them away.
Girls never make the first move. They always expect the guys to make the first move. Like, they never reach out. No, but like, this is me at night. Manifesting that he's gonna text me and reach out. So like, that is my first move.
You need help.
I do not need a man. I can finance myself, I can myself, and I can feed myself. So when I want a man, it's not to provide those three things.
So I just got home from a date where, I mean, it went okay. It was whatever. But he bought my dinner. He walked me to my car and we're standing there. And I said, thank you so much for dinner. And he said, yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to go. It was all in one check. So I just paid. And I was like, well, were you wanting me to pay for my half? And he's like, yeah, that'd be great, actually. And sent me his Cash App as we stood there. And then asked if I would like to go out again tomorrow. Absolutely not, sir. Is this what I have to look forward to?
Equality is scary when it comes to splitting the check, huh? Many women, including this woman, have an issue with paying for their half. What they're not understanding is that they're two strangers on a date. They don't owe each other anything. It's not a relationship. It's not a commitment. It's two adults meeting to see if there's mutual interest. The truth is, a lot of women view dating as a transaction, and the fact that she refused a second date shows that she didn't genuinely want to be there for him. She was there for the experience, the free meal, or maybe just the validation. The only metric she used to reject him was that he wanted to split the bill, which says everything about her mindset. They expect men to prove their worth financially before they even decide if they're interested. That mindset is exactly why so many men have checked out. Because no man wants to feel like he's being tested or auditioned for simply doing what's fair.
33, and I don't want to be alone forever.
I'm 28. What? Like, I should be married. I should be having kids. This is just my epiphany. I gotta stop being a cougar. Like, I am independent and strong. I'd like to think I have it pretty much together. Like, I'd like to say that I am pretty beautiful. But one thing about me, your girl can't get a man for her life. Her life! I'm tired and I just want to sleep next to my man. I want to read my book next to my man, make my coffee, drink it next to my man, and not go out to the clubs anymore. Like, what the fuck do I have to do to secure the man? Let me know. Stop gatekeeping.
What's a girl gotta do to get married these days? Let me tell you, I'm educated. I'm decent looking. I got a rockin' body that I work really hard for. And I plan to go back to grad school. Why am I still single at 27? Is it because my standards are too high? Is it because I'm a little insane? Is it because I got daddy issues? Is it because of my sense of humor? Is it because I have a little bit of an addictive personality? Is it because I'm an ER nurse and they're a little bit nutty? Or is it because I have trauma bonds and I only want men that literally want me dead? I don't know, but if you are good looking and want a wife, hit my line.
I realize I can't even get mad at people who say stuff like this and think this way, because I too thought that way when I was 20, and I thought that way when I was 30 in a relationship where I was miserable. I'm 32. This is the first time in my life that I've been single since hitting 30, and life is great. You just start realizing that, like, hey, I don't need to tolerate a lot of things that men do. I'm very much happy on my own, and also I don't need a man for anything but emotional support. So I'm dating a lot differently. I have my own personal boundaries that I stick to, and if you know, you know. I guess it's just something you're gonna have to realize on your own. I don't know, or not. Maybe you hit the jackpot and you found a really good relationship when you were 22. Good for you.
No, madam. West is 100% correct. If you're in your 30s as a woman and still struggling to date, it is your fault. Women have it easier when it comes to dating, especially in their early 20s. What happens to many of these women is that they don't take the opportunity to look for something serious. They get too busy playing the streets. And any 30-year-old woman who says she doesn't need a man, you need to stay away from, because many of them are broken beyond repair. Another thing is that many of them are stuck in the same pattern while expecting different results. They keep dating the same type of men, chasing excitement over stability, and ignoring red flags while being blind to their own. Now, to be fair, some women genuinely are fine on their own. But let's be honest, that's only a small handful. For the majority, once the attention slows down and the loneliness starts creeping in, they begin wanting to date again.
Is it honestly too much to ask for to find someone who is attentive to somebody else's feelings, is emotionally intelligent, understands how to lead, understands that a provider doesn't just mean financially providing for somebody else, recognizes that another human being actually has characteristics and traits that they need to value just as much as they need to value their own characteristics and values and traits? Is it too hard to ask for somebody who can be very, very pleasant and professional in public and also down and dirty and raunchy in the bedroom? Like, seriously, why is this so challenging to find guys like that? And I know I'm not the only woman who is in this predicament. And all the guys who sit there and are like, well, you have too high of standards. No, bitch, these standards are for myself. If I can attain these standards for myself, why is it so hard to find it in a man who's supposed to be bigger and better than women? I just don't get it.
The more you reject a man, the more he wants you.
Ah, instructions on how to start a relationship by using unhealthy manipulation tactics. Gotta love the dating game.
Think back to high school, the mean, cold, emotionally unavailable bully who made you feel not very good about yourself, probably left some disrespectful comments, rejected you somehow and bullied you. Even though you didn't like how they treated you, you desperately craved their approval.
What a great reference. Using possible traumatic events from a person's childhood to dictate how they should go about pursuing a relationship. Sounds healthy.
Rejection triggers the core need for love and acceptance.
So for a person to want to be accepted, they have to first be rejected? Okay.
Even with your man, if you pretend like he doesn't even exist, and if you reject him a little bit and you pull back a little, his ego's gonna freak out. Because he wants to win you over again. He's gonna seek your approval.
I wonder, what type of relationship will this type of advice ultimately lead to? I find it hard to believe that this will actually ultimately lead to a healthy relationship, because the building blocks of mind games and mental manipulation really do not often lead to what is known as a healthy relationship, because healthy relationships are built on mutual trust, communication, and mutual respect. And without those things, what exactly type of relationship will a person have?
These kinds of dating coaches have encouraged women to do more harm than good to themselves when it comes to dating and dealing with men. Telling women that the more you reject a man, the more he wants you is just a straight-up lie. And it's a tactic that only works on women, not men. We've seen it many times. It feeds into women's egos, making them think they hold all the power, when in reality, men today have more options. Modern men aren't chasing rejection. They're walking away from it. They're not desperate for validation like these coaches make women believe. The truth is, a man who values himself isn't going to keep pursuing someone who disrespects him or plays games. These coaches prey on women's insecurities, convincing them that being difficult or unavailable equals high value, when really, it just makes them unapproachable and lonely. Instead of teaching women how to build real emotional connection, communication and respect, they push delusional tactics that destroy genuine attraction.
It really is so hard to meet a man that you really like, and I hear this from a lot of women too. Versus, for example, my brother. I feel like it's very easy for my brother to meet women that he likes, whether it's on the apps or just out at bars. My brother is in the top 5% of men. He's tall, he's attractive, he's athletic, he works in finance, he's funny, he's sweet, good family. Whereas for like a beautiful, well-rounded woman, it's just not that easy. Like there's not many great options of men. Just really seems like there's some disparity of like there being a lot of really great available women and there's just really not many great available men. I don't know particularly why, but I'm not interested in hearing men in the comments. I will say that right now, because men love to like comment some weird shit every single time.
Okay, I love how girls just use this as their diary and their little journals. That's what I'm gonna do. But I have been thinking, and I'm so single, like so incredibly single, it's not even funny. But I think that my future husband is not in the US. I think he's gotta be somewhere else. Because it's just, the guys here are not it. They're not doing it for me. I don't know what's going on or how our values got so screwed up, but no. American men are not doing it for me. But then it's like, I guess I need to go somewhere else, maybe Europe or somewhere. Like, surely they have better men out there. This cannot be the dating pool everywhere. It can't be this bad, right? No. And so I gotta book a flight and I gotta go somewhere else to meet my future husband. He's probably like in Italy or something, like with his family, taking care of his nana or something. Like that, I don't even know. I don't know, but US men are not it. I gotta know. Like, especially since this is international right now, if you are in a different country and you're a girl and you know, like, what's it like? Are there good men out there? Do you know? Because it's not happening here in the States. It's just not. It's not it.
I do agree that her future husband isn't in the US, because the majority of men today, especially in the West, are not looking to get married and pick up an extra bill. Men are waking up. Too many men have watched others lose everything in divorce, get drained through alimony, or be disrespected by ungrateful partners who think they can do better. When a woman like her complains that men in the US aren't serious, what she's really saying is that men have stopped playing the fool. They're no longer signing up to be providers for women who only see relationships as a lifestyle upgrade. Even a larger number of men in their 30s have stopped dating because it's gotten so bad.
One of the worst things about being single right now at 30 years old is the fact that I feel like I am grieving and feeling so upset over the fact that I missed out on love and a long-term relationship in my 20s. Mind you, I have never been in a long-term relationship. Like, I've had lots of short-term flings and things that I had really wanted to turn into something more, but ultimately they never did. And this is very devastating as someone who is now in her 30s, because I feel like I missed out on this entire chapter of my life that most people got to experience. Like, I will never get to experience young love. And I'm not saying 30 is old at all. That is not what I'm saying. However, I do think that obviously, like, the older you get, the different you act than you would have in your 20s or younger. Like, I really genuinely feel like I missed out on that first love that everyone has when they're in their late teens or 20s. And it sucks because it's like, okay, well, hopefully I'll go through my 30s getting into a long-term relationship at some point. But that's just not the same as like being in high school and having your first boyfriend, or even in college or something like that. Like, my first relationship long term is going to be well into my adulthood. And what makes this whole thing even worse is that I genuinely believed, like, I could have like bet on my life that I would have had a relationship in my 20s. Like, there was actually no doubt in my mind. Like, even though I didn't have anything long term in high school or college, I was like, I'll definitely meet someone and probably get married before I'm 30. Never did I imagine being 30 years old and being able to sit here and say, yeah, you know, I've never been in anything long term. And it just really breaks my heart. Like, it makes me so sad for the younger version of me that like wanted this and really thought it was going to happen, because I feel like I let her down. And this is now a time of my life that I'm never going to be able to get back and experience. And at this point, I'm like, okay, if I'm lucky, hopefully I'll meet someone that I'll want to get into a long-term relationship, and vice versa. But yeah, like, I don't even have an issue with being single. I really don't. I know it might seem like it. What I have an issue with is grieving something that I was positive was going to happen, and now looking back and realizing I got nowhere near it.
Lots of short-term flings, and never been in a serious relationship. This woman's dating resume is, quite honestly, beyond awful. It tells you everything you need to know about her mindset and emotional maturity. And I know you guys see a pattern here. It's only when they reach 30 that they start talking about how they feel lonely, want a relationship, and are finally ready to settle down. But the truth is, this sudden realization doesn't come from growth. It comes from panic. When they were younger, they had endless options and attention, and they wasted it chasing the wrong things. They confused desire with value and thought the party would never end. What's happening now is karma disguised as clarity. They ignored the men who would have built with them, laughed at the idea of settling down early, only to find themselves later on wishing back the thing they once rejected.
Shout out to Cosmiverse for the video. I'm gonna leave the link to his channel down in the description. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Till next time, it's the Modern Man Experience. I'm out of here. Peace.